Hi, welcome to Fitzdog Radio. I am, I just came from my colonoscopy, and boy, is my asshole tired. I don't know how old my listeners are, but I think most of them are younger than me. Here's what you have to look forward to. Well, my mom had colon cancer. She's fine. She's fine. Oh, she's fine. My mom is fine. Actually, my mom was very beautiful. She won a beauty contest in the Bronx. The Rose of Tralee pageant in the Bronx in like 1966. I don't know what year it was, but it was a long time. Well, I was born in 66. So she was born in 42, 52. So it was probably like the late 50s. Anyway, she was striking, and let's just say I didn't get my looks from my father, okay? And let's leave it at that. Actually, I did. I look like my father. Anyway, the point is, I got my colon looked at this morning. What a transition that was. And it's not that bad. Everybody makes such a fucking big deal out of it. My wife is like acting like, oh, I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to get through it. And it's like, all right, so you don't eat for a day. I thought that would be hard. It wasn't hard at all. You just drink a lot of juice. And then you take these 3 bottles of calcium something and you just run to the bathroom constantly. And you shit, which I love. I love shitting. I'll say it. No one else is saying it. It's a good feeling. Does that make me gay? Because my rectum being stimulated by hot flowing water makes me smile. It feels good. I mean, and here's the key. You can't go hard wipes because you go probably a dozen times. You have to run to the bathroom. You can't go hard wipe on any of them. We have a bidet. Thank Lord Jesus Christ in heaven, who I believe invented the bidet. I think God created man and then the oceans. What are the 7 days? I think on the 7th day they say God rested. No, he did not. He started to rest, and then a light bulb went off, and he invented that. He invented the light bulb, and then he invented the bidet. And he put the light bulb above the bidet so you could see how much came out when you blasted your little dirty asshole with water. We got the cold water bidet. We're not pussies. Give me that cold. After you grunt it out, a number 2, it's hot back there. I need a cold plunge. I treat my asshole like it's a war protester in the 1960s. Hit it with the fucking hose, baby. I'll take it. Anyway, so I go to this place. My wife drops me off because you can't drive home because they're going to put you under. So my wife drops me off. They have me put on this, take off all your clothes, and you put on a gown, opens in the back, and then you walk down the hallway into the room, which is awkward because I'm holding the back of the gown. I get to the room, and I'm laying there with my ass hanging out, and the anesthesiologist comes in, and he picks up my chart. He doesn't even look at me. He just picks up my chart, looks at my chart, smiles, and then whips his head up, and he goes, "Fitzdog." And I was like, no. I don't want you to be a fan. I feel like I'm going to lose a fan in the next hour. He tells me that he listens to the podcast. He listens to me every time I'm on Corolla. He's mentioning things from the show. It got a little bit, it was a bit much because my ass is hanging out. And then he starts looking at my chart going like, so you're on a lot of medications, huh? What's that all about? What are we, small talking? I go, I have depression. And he goes, you? I go, yes, I do. Sorry to ruin your image of me as a professional fucking circus clown, but stand-up comics suffer from depression. And my asshole's out and it's breezy in here. The fucking air conditioning is cranked. My dick is the size of an acorn. And I got this guy fanboying me. Then he brings me in the wrong room. Literally wheels me into the wrong operating room. And they start to hook me up. And then they look at the chart and they go, you're supposed to be in room 4. And so now I've already done all my colonoscopy jokes with all the doctors. And now I got to redo all my colonoscopy jokes. They wheel me in and they go, the lady goes, you can't drink for 12 hours. You can't drive a car for 12 hours. I go, well, when can I drink and drive? Big laugh. And then they go, we're going to use the propofol on you. I said, oh, fantastic. Will you put a leather jacket on me and play Thriller? Big laugh. I'm killing in there. And then they wheel me out. I'm not going to redo the bit. I'm not that comic. I do my colonoscopy bits once. So now I got to go to a new room and just act like a regular guy. I got no material left. And then there was a woman in there who was very, very attractive, I think. She had a mask on, but she had that voice. She had that really sexy voice. And then I was like, oh, this is nice. This is nice being around this energy, you know? And then I realized, oh, she's going to see my asshole. And then I was like so humiliated. I felt like such an amateur. Like, what's the big deal? Like, they see assholes every day. It's only me that there's only one person that looks at my asshole, and that's my wife. Lucky her. Is that why they give you a wedding ring? And now this woman with the sexy voice is going to see my asshole. And I'm just thinking, you know, it's not a big deal to them. They're never going to remember it. But I think they'll remember mine because I put lipstick on. I wanted to dress up. I thought it was formal. I put red lipstick on my asshole. Anyway, I spent the night. I woke up and I felt great. You know. And went to get something to eat. But the whole night was, you know, running to the toilet. But I was watching the Dodgers game, which, you know, look, people go, oh, you're from New York, you're a Dodgers fan. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a fan of the team of the city I've lived in for 25 years. I'm not one of those guys like, oh, I'm from fucking Milwaukee. Really? And how many games are they piping into your TV every week that you can watch? How about none? If I live in LA, I can watch every Dodgers game for free. Actually, I can't. Regular season, they fucking... Ugh. I'm so tired of corporate America. But anyway, I'm a Dodgers fan now. And I'm fair weather. I'm a postseason fan. But I'm enjoying the shit out of it. They're such an exciting team. And last night's game, I don't know if you have had your head up your ass, but it was tied for the longest World Series game in history. It went like 17 innings, 18 innings or something, and it was like 6 hours and 40 minutes, and I watched literally every pitch. I sat down on the couch at 5 o'clock when it started, and I finished at 11:40 p.m., and other than sprinting to the bathroom, where I had my phone in my hand with YouTube TV streaming it, so I wouldn't miss any of the action, and I watched the whole fucking game, and it was one of the best baseball games I've ever seen in my life. Everything happened. Ohtani hits 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and then they walked him 5 times. Enough with the fucking walk. Make it illegal. Pitch to the guy. And I didn't realize this. I knew there was 2 Japanese guys on the team. Yamamoto, who pitched a full game in game 2, I think it was, and then offered to be a reliever last night after the game was so long we ran out of relief pitchers, and Yamamoto got in the fucking bullpen and started warming up. He's like, I go in. They're all Japanese. There's Yamamoto, and then there's another reliever. I forget that guy's name. They got 3 Japanese guys. And I thought maybe what's happening is we're transitioning as ice is stepping up in LA. We're moving away from the Central American pitchers and starting to bring in the Asian ones. Because they're not coming. I haven't seen ice going after too many Asians. So we're safe. This toilet I was on last night, my toilet seat broke a couple days ago, and my wife goes, fix the toilet seat. She was out for the day. And I go, I don't do that. I said, I don't fix toilet seats. I tell jokes, and I podcast. That's what I do. And I make good money, and we hire people to do it. She goes, it's 2 screws. Yes. So I go to Home Depot, and I'm, you got to park a mile away, and then I'm walking around, and the people, I got to tell you something, employees at Home Depot, number 1, fantastic. They help me out. I get a seat. I bring it home, and then I got to deal with the bidet. So now I got to unscrew the bidet. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Well, I don't think I did have to unscrew. Somehow I'm replacing a toilet seat and there's a flood. Long story short, I flooded the bathroom. I don't know how that happens. The bidet was not intricately involved in the 2 screws part, but I started just turning things. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like doing it. I'm not one of those guys that feels like, hey, I love to roll up my sleeves on a Sunday. There's a fucking football game on. I'm missing the 49ers so that I can be knee deep in ass water and my sleeves are wet because it's spraying out. And you know what I did? I called the fucking plumber. My wife was still out. She comes home. Plumber's there. Putting a toilet seat on. That's right. That's right. That's what I do. I hire real men to do the shit around the house that I can't do. Good. Judge me. I don't give a shit. I'll be watching Dallas tonight. Playing Denver. Let the other guy deal with the toilet. Anyway, all right, let's get to it. We got, some dates coming up. Den Theater in Chicago, one of my favorite places in the country to play. November 8th, Appleton, Wisconsin, the next night in Wisconsin. Lafayette, Club 337, that's in Louisiana, November 12th. Then I'll be at Skankfest. Then I'll be in Phoenix at the Desert Ridge Improv, November 28th through 30th. Then I'm coming to San Francisco, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, Cleveland, Atlanta, Sacramento. Go to Fitzdog.com, get some tickets and come out. Also, oh my God, now that we have a new sponsor. Who's we? It's my podcast. I have a new sponsor that I absolutely love. Tempo, baby. Tempo is a food delivery prep service, and look, I'm not gonna lie to you. They comp me the service, but I have to go through the website. I have to do everything you have to do, and I'm telling you something. It is easy peasy. I breezed through it, and I got myself. They have this filet mignon with creamy mushroom sauce that you swear you were in a fancy LA restaurant. It's so good and juicy and creamy. What was the other thing I had that I liked? The bowl. A spicy chipotle beef and sweet potato bowl. Oh, look, it's like I don't replace toilets. I don't cook food. I don't cook. I make breakfast. I don't cook meals. And it's especially when I got to prepare stuff. What am I going to shop? You want me to shop and cook? Get out of here. I clean the dishes. That's what I do. And then I reach for Tempo for some balanced, fresh meals. They're all good for you. They taste amazing. And they're ready in like 2 minutes. I think it's 2 minutes. So I don't deal with takeout, calling some guy and he throws it over the wrong fence. If you got kids, maybe you got a lot of stuff to do this time of the year. They're playing sports. They're getting ready to trick or treat. You should be making costumes with them, not slicing mandarins. Is that a thing? Plus, you got the holidays coming. You need that extra time. We all need time. And food prep is a pain in the butt. And that's coming from a guy that just had a colonoscopy. So I can tell you what a pain in the butt is. Ready cooked, ready in minutes. It's chef crafted, dietitian approved meals. You can get lunch, you can get dinner, 20 new recipes every week. No matter what your goals, is a meal for you. Protein-packed meals with 40 grams of protein. It's only 30 grams of protein. If that's a deal breaker for you, if you're a 40-gram person, then I'll tell you maybe this isn't the meal program for you. But 30 grams, which is a lot, should be plenty. Calorie conscious, carb conscious, even fiber rich. They are a partner of the 2025 CrossFit Games, proving their meals are built to support optimal nutrition and performance. For a limited time, Tempo is offering my listeners 60%. Is that right? All right. It says 60% off your first box. Go to tempomeals.com/Fitzdog, Fitzdog. That's tempomeals.com/Fitzdog for 60% off your first box. Tempomeals.com/Fitzdog. Rules and restrictions may apply. All right. Also want to give a shout out to Pebble and Patty. I am an Irishman to the core. I took my ancestor DNA. I'm 99% Irish. And I've spent a lot of time over there. And one of my good buddies from when I started traveling there when I was 18, and he's an amazing guy from this incredible family, the Hoare family. They live in Blarney in County Cork, where the Blarney Castle is. Anyway, his brother came up with this very cool thing that he sent to me. And whatever part of Ireland you're from, they've got these handcrafted frames with a piece of Ireland in it. They sent me one for my mom. We're from County Kerry, and it's got a little bit of rock from County Kerry with a pin and a flag of Ireland. It's hard to describe, but if you go to the website, Pebble and Patty, Paddy, you will see it's not expensive. It's kind of a perfect price range for a Christmas gift. It's like $65 or something. But you can get one. There's 32 different counties they offer them from. Nice verbiage. Real good quality. Check it out, pebbleandpatty.com. All right, let's get to it. My guest this week is my neighbor. She's my very dear friend, and she's a great comedian. You know her from her Annie Wood podcast. She used to do Trash Tuesday for a long time. I used to do Chelsea Lately with her and a million other shows. She's great. Here is my talk with Annie Lederman. My guest today is one of my dearest friends in the world. She is, she's got style. She's got flair. She's got attitude.
Class?
She's got, I wouldn't say you have class, no. I mean, look, you have a camouflage thermos. You have faux fur. You have style.
This is
but
a
it's
real black
it's
bear.
crass more than class.
This is a real black bear.
No, it's not.
And I fucked it to death.
It was
I'll
like
show you
Revenant.
Class.
It was like Revenant, except him getting inside of the bear.
Oh,
The bear got
yeah.
inside of you.
Oh, yeah. I was like, Leo, you're such a puss.
Why are you putting sunglasses
It's
on?
I punctuate a joke.
Yeah, George Burns had the cigar. You can put on the glasses on everyone.
You know, when I used to do David Spade's show, which we did together.
Yeah. Many times.
Many
you
times.
used to apologize to me after the taping.
Well, I'd step on your jokes.
Yeah.
Bobby Lee was mad at me for 27 years. I've known him for 13. He was mad at me for extra years. He over stepping on his joke once. I didn't know that his punchline was like looking into the camera.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that there was a. But anyway, so when I used to do David Spade, they were like, you have to stop putting your glasses because they couldn't edit it because my glasses were on and off the whole time.
Right, yeah.
It's a nervous tick. My brother has Tourette's, my twin. So this is my Tourette's.
He has Tourette's?
Yeah, my Tourette's is I just have to be like really cool every once in a while. Yeah, my twin brother has Tourette's.
Yeah, have you seen a show called The English Teacher?
I watched a little bit of it.
It's
really good.
I
know. I shifted off of it. Sometimes I just get on something and I completely forget it exists.
You know what's
I gotta
great
binge
about
the
it?
whole thing.
What's great about it is a lot of shows are so heavy now that I call that a palate cleanser. So I'll watch a couple episodes of, Task, and then I'll throw on an English teacher before I go to bed.
Yeah.
But it's making fun of these woke students, and one of the girls goes, I have undiagnosed non-symptomatic Tourette's.
I remember that line. I remember that.
But wait, let me talk about your brother. Put the mic up a little closer to your mouth. I know you like putting black.
I mean, I was like, that was like sexual. That's the most
like,
sexual we've gotten.
Push it up. Push it up a little bit.
Oh my God.
You work in this studio. You know how it works.
Push them up. Push them up.
So your twin brother has Tourette's. So when did it start, and was it fun?
It was so annoying because I had like sensory problems where I got like intermittent explosive disorder symptoms from my dad. My dad had, do you know that?
You mean anger?
No, they diagnosed it. They diagnosed it.
You told me about your dad and the
laptop. My
laptop.
dad came home and we were like, 15. The laptop was so My dad is a non-violent screamer.
Let's just say the computer almost crashed over your mother's head.
He was really, he's funny, my dad. I just like having someone I'm so much like.
Yeah.
It's so funny to just be like, what a mess we are, you know? And then my mom had like a psycho moment when I was a teenager where she would like, when I was 14, we'd be fighting, she would press the gas and she'd be like, why don't I kill us all?
No.
And I would have to kick the...
No.
Yes. And I would have to kick the airbag. So she would stop because she was afraid the airbag would explode. So I had to like make it real. And my dad loves bringing that up because that was like her psycho moment.
Oh my God.
Listen, she's adopted. I forgive her.
Jeez.
No, but I had like it was like a lot of like expressed rage in my family. And then I was actually thinking about it recently, getting coffee earlier. Being like kind, and I get off on not exploding on people. Like it feels so good in moments when, like, okay, so for instance, when you go into a comedy club and they card you or something and you're like, I'm the headline, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen comics' egos? I've seen it so many times, that specific moment, comics like screaming at the door guy or screaming at it's like so embarrassing because it's all ego and it's like you didn't make yourself successful enough to be a household name where that person.
Right.
Like, it's on me if someone doesn't know who I am. So,
by the way, they did it to Burr at that club in Times Square last year.
I thought you were going to say in Riyadh.
He showed up. Yeah, who are you?
Can you imagine they didn't know him?
Yeah, he showed up at I forget what it's called, the New York something comedy club, and the door guy didn't know him and didn't let him in.
I mean, times are changing, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, talk about your thing.
Did he get mad?
No, he laughed. And he left.
Oh, he left.
Yeah, and the owner was
that's so funny.
Ballistic towards the door guy.
That is hilarious. Yeah. I mean, and that is like, because you have enough of a job where maybe Google image the person. I don't know.
Well, that's good about the store and a lot of other clubs is they hire aspiring comedians to work at the club so they know
But
comedy.
not the security guards don't know.
Oh, they don't.
So the security guards, they do it all the time. I've seen people like in the street trying to fist fight them where you're just like, this is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
And so I love in those moments showing grace.
Yes.
But then when I don't get like the extra like, thank you for showing grace, then I have to like be like, show grace to that. Show grace to that.
That's the next tattoo I want to get. I want to write grace.
Under fire? And it's under your pubes?
That's the problem. I don't want people to think it's about a woman named Grace. Do you think people would think that if I got Grace written on my arm?
Maybe.
It also looks like I'm one of those program guys that gets up at 6 a.m. and goes to Santa Monica for a 6-step meeting.
I will say, though, it's kind of surprising you didn't name your daughter Grace. I could see that's such a good Irish name.
Oh, it is.
It's crazy. JoJo's so cute, though. But what's her full name? Is it JoJo?
Josephine Rose Fitzsimmons.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, Rose was Aaron's aunt, who he loved in the Bronx. She lived to 93, was physically born in the house. She never lived anywhere outside of that house for 93 years, and she was in it alone for the last 40 of those years.
Isn't that
No.
the key?
No, she was
to
in
living a long life.
Yeah.
Just lessen any outside noise. I'm going to just stay here.
She lived in a neighborhood in the Bronx that I was born in, as a matter of fact, and my mother grew up in. And it was all Italian and Irish. And it was like, you go to the butcher, and then you go to the baker, and then you go to the, fish market.
Yeah.
Like, it was like
That's so
Italy.
cute.
Like, all the little
Yeah.
shops, and, the train to the city was right there.
Yeah.
It was the last stop on the subway out of New York City. So it was
Okay.
like it
Yeah.
was like 40 minutes to
Yeah.
get to Midtown. But the Bronx is amazing.
Yeah.
It's the most overlooked borough.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I used to stay in a place. I don't know if it was the Bronx. I can't even remember the address. I think it was the Bronx.
Yeah?
Did you ever see the J-Lo documentary where she goes back to the Bronx and nobody knows who she is? It's like so
Hilarious.
I'm like, they kept this in. Like, whoever was editing must have snuck that in under her, because I'm like, this is so bad.
Yeah.
But I like it. If she had a sense of humor about it, it would be awesome. If she was like, what?
I don't think she has a huge sense of humor, nor does her husband, Ben Affleck. Ex-husband,
Right.
I guess?
No, you know that he did that that genealogy show?
Yeah.
The PBS genealogy. And
What'd
they found out
find
that he had Nazi or slave owners, something racist. And he was trying to get them to not air it. Pussy.
I would have them air it just
Pussy.
to say, look at the growth I've made.
I only have 2 slaves. Okay.
I love how you land your punchlines to camera 3.
Is that my camera?
I don't know.
It's the one
That
it's right
3?
there.
Yeah,
well,
she
what
knows.
am I going to go like this?
You know your camera. Unbelievable. I mean, you really do. You have style. You have pizzazz. You know how to work a
Class.
camera. I don't think you have to have everything, Annie.
What if this really got real and I started getting sad?
Wait, I wanted to get real for a minute. Can we get real for a minute?
Yeah, and I also want to finish that. I like doing the grace thing, but I also like popping off.
Yeah.
And there's still a part of me that loves a pop off.
Well, you're from Philly.
Oh, it's so good. My sister-in-law's from Jersey, and sometimes she'll start popping up, and I have to just be like, why am I'm older than her.
Yeah.
She has a child. Like, she's got burdens I don't have. I'm like, let her pop off and just show her grace. But sometimes I start to pop off and then I'll go, I love you. I'll call you back.
Yep.
And I hang up.
Do you know that Pop Off is a really bad Russian vodka? You can get it like Walmart.
Pop off.
Literally.
I wish I was wearing fake boobs and I could pop them off right now or something. I wish I had a physical pop off. But go ahead. Sorry.
So let's get serious for a second.
And I want to tell a pop off story after.
We have so much comedy. You and I could sit here and be funny
We love each other.
for hours. We love each
He
other.
brought me up on stage. He goes, listen, everyone, last night we did an amazing show. Best Buddies benefit, guys. Donate to Best Buddies. Best Buddies is so cute. I could cry right now thinking about it. It's such a good organization, and it's so fun
I
to do
did
stuff
cry
for them.
last night.
I'm literally about to cry right now.
Yeah.
It's so touching.
Yep.
It's such an amazing organization. I'm going to cry. It's beautiful. It's just
Yeah.
really pretty. It's a
They
beautiful.
help people with intellectual disabilities.
That's why I'm a member. They've done so much for me.
Well, but you used to work with people
No,
with
I
disabilities.
did. It's the best. It's so
Yeah.
fun. You actually feel like it's like a cheat sheet. You're kind of getting more out of it than anyone else
Oh my God, it's like an infusion of joy. People with no cynicism. They have no negativity. Like one of the comics that I kind of mentor, and he performs on the show every year. He's got Asperger's.
Craig Robinson.
Chris Tenney is his name.
He's so funny.
He's done it every year for
He's
10 years.
so funny.
He fucking killed
He
last
crushes,
night.
yep.
Crushes. And he just stands up there and he's very monotone and he's got his jokes written out in his hand. And I say, do 10 minutes. He does 9 minutes and 54 seconds. And, but being around him just makes the green room have this great vibe, because comics, I never say to comics, hey, there's a guy in here who's got mental illness.
Yeah.
I just leave him be, and people come in. I just like to see how people
Well,
interact.
it's kind of redundant that there's a green room. There's going to be one or two with mental illness.
But you know who handled them the best over the years? Norm Macdonald.
Oh, really?
He came in and Joe Rogan was there, and Joe Rogan gave Norm a joint. They smoked a joint together, but it was a blunt.
I smoked a joint with Norm once. It was great.
But he doesn't smoke that much. So he's baked out of his mind.
funny.
And then he meets Chris.
Yeah.
And he just sits about 6 inches from him, and he just looks in his eyes and he's like, yeah, so tell me, what's it like?
Yeah.
Like goes deep right into it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, people with Asperger's, they're not self-conscious
No.
about talking about their disorder.
It's so cool. It's just like telling you exactly what they're thinking.
Yep.
It's
And
so
and
cool.
Chris was just telling him about how his day goes and what he likes to do, and Norm was being funny with them, and oh my God, it was the most beautiful moment. I'm gonna cry.
This is like a cryy podcast already.
I know. But we raised a lot of money last night.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was
We
so cute.
had Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block came out. He made a huge donation after the show.
Really?
Yes.
What are we talking?
Don't worry about it. It was a lot.
How many
then,
zeros?
And then Lisa Loeb was there.
Oh, I met Lisa Loeb at the Best Buddies bowling benefit.
Well, she's very close to Mark Wiley,
okay.
who
Oh,
we
Mark,
love,
We
who
love Mark.
runs Best Buddies. And then
He's one of a kind.
Chris Chaney, bass player for AC/DC, was there. Tom O'Neill, some of the cast of Gen Z was there.
I should have stayed.
You should have stayed and hung out. It's like that Dave Attell bit. He's like, you ever notice everything cool happens right after you left? Dude, how was last night? Oh, after you left, this sorority house showed up. Even the guy with the Babylon 5 t-shirt got a hand job.
From Skanks for the Memories.
Yeah, the greatest
It
comedy
really is
album
the
of all
number
time.
one. It's so funny.
More jokes packed in per second of any
And it's
album I've ever heard.
stupid.
So stupid.
It's just stupid. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're supposed to be. Well, we don't have to be. You can be thoughtful and
yeah,
trying to push culture, or you can just be stupid as shit.
you could just be stupid.
Yeah.
I know. It's funny when you think about it. Like, I was talking to Santino last night because, you know, he went to Riyadh and he was talking about how people gave him shit about it. And, you know, and my feeling is like, dude, do whatever you want to. I mean, who's this? Why do people suddenly pick things to get involved? Oh, now all of a
you
sudden
care,
you're
yeah.
going to be political and
Yeah.
judge Andrew
I would just be
Santino?
like, Pete Davidson's going. I'm cool with it.
Well,
Like if Pete's going, I'll go.
I was talking to Spade about that, and he goes, I was just hoping Pete was going to do like a John Wick thing because of his father. Just whip out a gun on stage.
Can I just tell you that John Wick, I didn't watch it forever, and Todd kept being like, we're not going to watch it. And I was like, this is like my type of movie. And then I watched it and I saw what the premise was, and I was like, why did you let me watch this? I don't want to watch a dead dog.
Oh, I didn't see the movie, but I
Oh
watched.
no, the whole premise is someone kills his dog and he loses his
All
mind.
I know is there's a guy sitting next to me on the plane watching it, and I thought it was a parody of one of these. People are getting shot every 4 seconds for the entire
Well, do you remember
movie.
24,
The show?
where it was an hour
Yeah.
and he killed like 1,000 people
Yeah.
every hour?
All because of one person. There was like one diplomat that got killed in Afghanistan, and he wipes out. Yeah. Well, it's
I was
also
obsessed with that show.
any of those movies, like James Bond movies. It's always about like this one guy he's avenging, and they always have to drive through a fruit stand and kill 12 Chinese guys on the way.
I know, we should do spin-offs of like what their family feels like.
Right.
You know?
I know.
This is ridiculous.
That's a fucking funny idea. You're talking about writing a script. Make that a scene in it.
Oh, I'm talking about it. I've been talking about it for a while.
Let's talk about Annie Lederman, who's clearly prolific, funny, hardworking. Well, and why not apply that to writing a feature film?
I want to. It's in my heart. And I have these procrastination issues from since I was very little. My mom used to write my papers for me. I would, you know, when you push through that like anxiety of writing
Yes.
and you get to the other side. I never got to the other side. My mom just
No, but the
did
thing
it.
is about writing is easy. Sitting down is hard.
Yes.
You just have to find a way. You know what I did when I wrote my book?
Vibrating panties?
What?
I just guessed.
I hired my agent's assistant would finish her day at work and then come to my office and sit there and type.
And she was wearing the vibrating panties?
Everybody was.
That's actually so funny. You have a lot of like buzzers in your hand.
And I would talk and she would type.
I
And for
love
4
that.
hours. For 4 hours. And if you have somebody, and I was paying her, so I was not going to waste
Right.
any fucking time.
How much did you pay someone like that?
$20 an hour. I mean, this is going back 12 years, so that was a fair wage.
Yeah. May as well go to
She
Riyadh with
wasn't-
that. May as well go to Riyadh with those prices
She
you're paying.
was not thinking of the words. She was typing the words.
No, she did nothing. She was nothing.
But and then I had a recorder, and I would walk around the park across from my office, and my book was, most books are a collection of stories, and I would hit record, and I would just tell a story for 15 minutes as I walked around, and then I could plug it into my computer, and it would transcribe it into words.
Yeah.
All you need is what they call a sloppy rough draft. You need to vomit out a first draft. Just type.
I have something sloppy.
Right into camera 3. Unbelievable. Right down the barrel. Is that what you used to do on at midnight?
I did it on everything I've ever done. I find my camera. People used to get so mad. They're like, she keeps looking at camera. I'm like, I feel like we're cultivating a hang, and I'm including the audience.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm letting the audience. So I do have many more stalkers than most people because of it. But
yeah,
people are like, you told me to come
in
here.
This a little bit. Can we get serious?
Sure.
I mean, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of laughs.
Let's get serious.
Let's get serious.
No, but I like what you're saying because I did have an epiphany once and then I let it disappear.
Yeah.
I have the problem with dopamine where I get an idea and I tell one person and they go, it's a good idea. And I go, and we're done. Moving on.
Yeah.
Who wants to go to yoga?
But you've got Todd. Todd seems like Todd a methodical guy. He seems like...
He went to school for movies. He went to film school.
He went to school for movies?
I don't know.
Is that a sentence you want to put out to the world?
Well, can I just tell you something about my childhood?
Yeah.
In my high school, they had a movie class where you laid on pillows and you watch movies.
Really?
Yes, my high school was for juvenile delinquents. They wanted us on pillows. Was the move. They
right.
were get them on pillows.
Off the pills onto the pillows.
No, they wanted us on pillows because then we wouldn't tell our parents.
You got molested in high school.
Yeah. Did you get it?
Listen. A lot of podcasts would really focus on that.
No, who cares? We're done.
Who cares? It happened.
I'm glad it happened to me, an artist.
Oh, now you go with the sip instead of the glasses? Yeah, there you go.
It's a full sip for those that know.
I don't know if I was molested. I feel like I buried it. I feel like I was, but I don't remember who did it.
I mean, that is so cute. You want to be molested so bad.
I know.
It is. There's got to be FOMO. You got to be like, was I ugly or... You gotta think about that sometimes. Because I know I was cute.
Yeah.
Well, my twin brother went to this thing called Cinekids, which was like it was a little film school for children and a movie school, some might call it. And the counselor, the owner of it, this older guy, he got accused of touching the kids or doing something to the kids. And Max was like, he never did anything to me, and I was like, I found some pictures of my brother that were so cute where I was like, he would have passed this one up?
Yeah.
No way. But I think he got exonerated of all those.
All right, so let's get serious for a minute.
Okay. Let's stop joking around about the funny stuff.
I just want to address something that we haven't really talked about.
Okay.
Which is I feel like you got mad at me.
No.
Last month.
No.
I feel like we were out of touch.
No way. I've never been mad at you.
All right. I don't know if mad or maybe you felt like you said that I was too busy for you or something.
No,
Are you one of those people that can't talk about this stuff?
No. I'll talk about it, but this is a theme in my life that's been coming up.
Yeah.
I kind of like flake a little bit on people. Like I just dip out. I'm like whatever, preoccupied with myself or something self-involved. And I don't reach out to people and then they think I'm mad at them.
So that was it.
I've never been mad at you. Okay. I can't even imagine being mad at you.
Okay, good.
I can't imagine a thing that I would be. No, and I think we're communicative. If there was ever an issue, we would talk about it.
That's why I was surprised.
I probably was being like, oh, I haven't been around because I was just like, just get it off of me. I was just kidding, like whatever. No, I don't feel that way.
Okay, good.
I feel like if I need you, you're there.
Yeah. Always.
No, but I've had like my shamans think I'm mad at them.
Yeah.
Like people where I'm like, what?
I don't know. I think you have ADHD because you can't focus, you can't concentrate, and you disappear emotionally a little bit.
I definitely have ADHD. Was there a question?
Oh, I didn't know if you'd ever. Did you already know that about yourself?
They had me on Ritalin when I was a baby.
Okay. Yeah. You're classic ADHD.
They put it on my mom's nipple.
They should put it on your teacher's balls.
No, I never got.
Oh.
He was above.
Oh, he was above.
Yeah, in his semen maybe. They could have put it.
In his what?
In his semen. They could have put it in his penis hole. So then when it ejaculated, it like kind of squirted out on me.
I think we're off the algorithm now. All right, there's a lot of things I want to ask you. As Annie works here at the studio, doesn't work. She does her thing.
I perform.
She performs here at the Green Lab Studios.
Speaking of ADD, I have 3 studios I perform at.
Wow.
I bop
Which one's your
around.
favorite?
Well, this one's the coolest.
Yeah.
This one has the most pizzazz.
Yeah.
My favorite might be my house because it's so easy because I just like turn it on.
I know.
But it's hard to I had to get out of there because it is hard to remember it's your job.
No, you got to go to work.
Yeah. And then I do it at the Comedy Store sometimes because it's right before my sets.
Yeah, they were a little weird to me when I did mine there. Suddenly they wanted ownership of it or
Oh
something.
yeah, no, they don't. They've completely stopped doing that. But I wasn't going to do it when they were doing that.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
I bounced after
I
that.
prefer less hands on my business.
Yeah. So I asked the staff here, Amber and Paul. I shouldn't call them the staff. It makes it sound like they're janitors or something. They're producers. They are creative people.
If they're the janitors, I'm wondering. Have
They're
you clocked
strike.
in yet?
They're on strike. They're a union. So they had some questions for you.
Okay.
One of them said, "Did we land on the moon?"
Yeah.
We did.
I think so. Yeah. Why? Because we're in a green screen studio and we could.
No, it just seems
Well,
to
the
me.
more things that are happening, it does seem like fake.
I
but-
mean, it was 1969. I had a 1969 Chevy, and I used to drive from Boston to New York, and it would break down about half the time. That was
Okay.
200 miles,
Yeah.
not a million.
Yeah.
You know, that was the
Yeah.
technology at the time. The computer in your phone dwarfs all the computing power that was involved in the first Apollo
I've never
mission.
heard the word computic.
I didn't say computing.
Okay. Roll the tapes. Staff. Hey, janitors, can you clean up this mess you just created?
They showed up on the moon. All of a sudden, they had a rover. They had a car to drive around the moon on.
Yeah, I guess.
Where'd that come from? It
And
was
then
a
when you
little
look
tiny
back, doesn't
capsule.
it look kind of fake too?
It looks totally fake.
Yeah. I guess I have the same birthday as Neil Armstrong, so I want him to be a star because I
Yeah.
felt I felt connected.
He was a
Wife beater?
no, but he had a lot of real right-wing Christian thoughts.
Which is funny to be an astronaut and have right-wing Christian
I know.
thoughts. You know who has right-wing Christian thoughts, but I'm such a fan?
Christian?
Christian thoughts?
Are you baby Wawa? All of a sudden,
They
Barbara
landed on the moon. They landed there. I love, and this is ADD, I love Pat Sajak.
Oh,
He's so funny.
yeah.
He's the funniest guy.
Now, did you ever see when there was a Jeopardy? He was Jeopardy, right? No, Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel
the
of
one,
Fortune.
The one that I could understand.
And-
Jeopardy was a little hard for me.
And the clue was clam blank IGGER, and it was supposed to be clam digger.
Oh, God.
And the guy said
it.
N, and it cut to Pat Sajak, and it went that noise like boop boop, and you do like a long, hard. He did like this thing in his eyes that was genius.
And he knew
then
he
just
knew his
moved
camera,
on.
didn't he?
Yes, he did.
That's my guy.
Um,
We follow each other on Twitter.
All right. Amber wants to know what's the kinkiest thing you've ever done.
The kinkiest thing. Why are you gazing down?
I'm
down
looking
the
away. I'm
the
looking
kinkiest thing I
askance.
ever did. I like banged this guy in the woods once, but I got a twig inside. I pulled out a twig later, so I was like,
Out of your ass
my ass
or your
Was
poon?
the vanilla, not the chocolate.
Jesus' hole.
Yeah, the Lord's hole.
Wow. You pulled
Yeah.
a twig out.
There was a twig. It was
You sure it
annoying.
wasn't a log?
He gave me crabs too, and I wonder if I got them from the outside air.
Sure it wasn't ants?
Fire ants. can't even
So
think
you
of
had
the
sex
kinkiest-
with him in the woods? Was it like a one-night stand? Was it like a first
No,
experience?
he was working on a movie. I was living in Santa Fe, and he was working on a movie
Mm-hmm.
in Santa Fe, and I was a go-go dancer at the nightclub, and he was there for like a month and a half, and we just kind of were like a thing for then. And then we were driving. There's a spot, 10,000 Waves, up in the mountains, and so we went there, and then we just banged on the way down.
Nice.
Just pulled over,
Yep.
had a little bangaroo. with the twig, and then I was like, maybe this isn't for me.
Do you ever do the beach?
Yeah, but
On a blanket or on the sand?
Well, I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I woke up. I was on a trip to Central America, and I woke up. I got wasted, and I woke up like having hooked up with this guy, and I had the wrong shoe. Like, it was a regret.
Yeah.
I just, like, this Jose guy didn't use a condom. I was like, oh my, I think I was like 17. I was like, oh my God, I'm
Wow.
pregnant. And be like, there's some guy named Jose. Where is he?
That Latino sperm really takes,
And
too.
it does take.
Yeah.
And but so I remember we were leaving the next day, and I had no clue who he was or whatever. And I was like, fuck. And then I had the wrong flip-flops, and they were like, they had melded to someone else's foot.
Yeah, yeah.
So every time I would step, it would like, and it would be like, you whore, 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 whore. I was so fucking like, oh my God, just fuck this kind of fucking. And I went swimming too drunk. That was actually so scary and felt great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Right.
But I was like, oh, that could have been just it.
All right, Paul wants to know, have you ever had a three-way?
Yeah.
You have? Two girls and a guy, or two guys and you?
Well, we've had a range.
Really?
I'm schizophrenic, so every time is a threesome, at least.
Yeah.
No, I had a boyfriend in college who was flaming homosexual.
Yeah.
He is married with kids. I don't know why he won't just come out. He does own this studio too. But I just don't. It's so weird. But he was so gay. He would wear a suit. We lived in Santa Fe. We were like in college at this school that doesn't even exist anymore. It was like this not real college, And he would wear this suit around town, and gay men, when we'd be out at bars, they would try to touch him, and I would slap. I'd be like, he's not out yet.
Yeah.
And he would always be like, we'd have parties at his house, and he would always somehow get a guy to come in.
Would he fool around with the guy?
It would never go that far, because I remember my one friend joined in because he wanted to hook up with me.
Yeah.
And then it just ended. He was like, he keeps staring at me. He was giving me eye contact. So then he was like, I'm gonna do the playlist.
Uh-huh.
And then when I moved to LA for the first time, female comic and I were like having annoying things with guys where we were just trying to have casual things with guys, and they kept being like, I can't be what you want. And we're like, we don't want you.
Yeah.
We're busy. We're thriving.
Right.
And they're like, sorry, babe, you're too attached. And we're like, nobody's attached. Like, nobody likes, like, what are you talking about? So we were like, let's go hook up. Let's go to Venice and let's find some surfers and let's like hook up with some surfers. So we go to Venice. We go to the first bar. It was like a wine bar. I can't even remember. And I don't drink, by the way. So I'm like, I'm just going to figure it out at this point. So, and there's some like hot guys, but we're like, we can do better. So then we end up going to this like more college type bar afterwards. And it's like near, it's like,
Main Street, I'm thinking.
maybe Main Street. Yeah, I think so. Is it on Abercrombie?
Abbott Kinney turns into Main Street
Maybe,
when you
yeah.
hit Santa
Yeah,
Monica.
yeah, I think
It's
so,
more
yeah.
like collegiate.
So, but it's like almost last call. Like we're like, fuck, now we just have to deal with it because we just set out this goal. So we just like, one guy recognized me. I was so like, it was so weird. He recognized me from a show I used to put on at a restaurant I worked at in New York. He's like, oh, I've been to your show. And I was like, oh, this isn't ideal.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to be a little more anonymous, but
Yeah.
it was like, he just was latched on. So, and then his friend was talking to my friends, was like, all right. So she had grown up in the area. So we went to her childhood home, her childhood bedroom. And she pulled like a mattress off. So there was like a mattress on the floor for me. And then she was on the bed with her guy. And I was like, oh, this is going to be like fun. This is like so like fun, like hotel rooms with two beds. And I'm like making out with my guy. And then her guy just sits up. It's like 3 a.m. and he goes, I got to go. And he runs out. So I'm like, girlfriend or tiny penis. We don't know. And so he jets. And it's just the 3 of us. And I was like, all right. So then we just like started making out, and then they started hooking up, and she goes, Annie, suck it. This is so gross. Annie, suck. I'm like married. This is crazy, but whatever, who cares? She's like, Annie, you suck his dick, or you go down on him, or whatever. So I'm like, okay. And then she goes, come on her face. So I literally was like a sock. I just ended up being a sock. I'm like, they could have just 69'd, and I just was like, what? It was so funny. I was like, Do you really think I just did it? We were laughing so hard. It ended up being so fucking funny.
So she got the sex and you got the discharge?
Yeah, he was like, I think he was like fingering her or something. So she came, I was sucking his dick, and then I just got like jizzed on.
No pleasure for you.
And it was absolutely hilarious because it had originally been my guy. But I would obviously like things to be a funny story over anything else. So then later on, he kept trying. I blocked him on everything because I was like, I never want to see you again. And not like, I was never going to want to see him
that night.
There was never, I blocked his aim, but I didn't want it to get on her childhood posters. So, but there was no chance I was ever going to not block him. Like, it wasn't like I wasn't like this fucking asshole or anything. Like, I definitely thought it was hilarious. But I just never wanted to see him again. And so I blocked him all the things. And then the Waze app, the driving app, he tried to friend me on that. And I didn't even know you could friend people. And I remember being like, why do you want to know where? So when I'm stuck in traffic, you can come roll down the window and jerk off in my face again. And
you got your windshield wipers on.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm ready for him. But I thought that was funny.
Oh, that's good.
But
all right, Amber wants to know if you were gonna play a celebrity. No, if you were gonna get somebody to play you in a biopic, who would it be?
Probably the middle Hanson brother. I don't know if he's a good actor, but.
I love Hanson. That was always my thing.
He loved Hanson.
Everybody hated Hanson. I was like, hey, look, they're real brothers. They write their own songs. They play their own instruments.
Good Christian boys. They all had like 20 kids by the time they were like 18.
Bop.
Yep.
Bop.
You're giving me. I'm getting flashbacks of people screaming that at my head when I was in middle school. I looked so much like them. I looked like the lead singer of Silverchair. I looked like a lot of boys in middle school.
Right.
But Bop, my dad always calls me his little Hanson boy. He's like, oh, look at my little Hanson brother. I love my dad.
All right. Paul wants to know, who's your biggest celebrity friend? Your most famous friend. Not biggest, because that's obviously Tim Dillon.
Oh, I love that Timmy D.
Yep.
I love him. Gay sugar daddy's really where it's at, guys. Nobody has this life.
Yeah.
Nobody's up on that private jet not sucking dick, dude. If I suck dick, I'm shot out. There's a button. Bing.
Yeah.
He's like, get your nasty tuna away from me. Maybe Nora Aquafina, or maybe
that's pretty good.
Olivia Munn, maybe.
Yeah, those are both good. Aquafina, what's she like?
Oh, she's so amazing.
She's from Queens, right?
Oh, I love her. Oh, she's so good. We did Girl Code together, and we were like soul sisters. Like, we got along so well. And she was rapping. She had like comedic raps that she would do, and then she got on Girl Code, and she's just like, she's a character, but she's herself. You know, she's just like so funny and so cool and so unique. And then, she was asking me like what manager to get, and I hooked up with my manager at the time, and then she got on Ocean's 8 or Ocean's 11. No, I actually, I fired that manager so much. I love him. I'm like, it's hilarious. I love him.
I think I know who you're talking about.
He is one of a kind. I do love him to death, but we kept breaking up with him.
Yeah.
We're like Ross and Rachel. But so she gets Ocean's 8 or Ocean's 11, whichever one was the one that was the female version.
Yeah.
And she calls me and she's like freaking out. She's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Like, she was just so I was like explaining to her imposter syndrome and stuff. And I like really helped her. Like, she talks about me in interviews about how I helped her through this imposter syndrome thing. And then she like blew up, and then I got imposter syndrome, and then I stopped reaching out to her because I didn't want to bug her all of a sudden. I was like, I don't want to be a nuisance or whatever.
Yeah.
So then years later, I think she sends me an invite to her birthday party. And I had just been looking at her book. She had this coffee table book, and she had written in it something like so sweet, like very like, you're the funniest person. It was just something very like sweet. And it was just at the same time I was looking at it, she sent me this thing, and I was like, oh my God, what have I done? You know? So then I called her, and she was like, where have you been? You know?
It's like
and
how
I just was
felt
like, yeah.
A few weeks ago.
I
You did
know,
it to her.
I'm too intimidated by your success.
Yes. Everybody feels like an imposter around me.
I do.
Yep.
I'm like, how am I worthy?
Yeah, I know. of a bald, middle-aged man.
I do love it. I was talking about it today to Todd. I was like, it's so funny. This 59-year-old bald guy's just one of my best friends on this fucking earth. I just love him so much.
It's because I'm safe. I'm married.
You're a good married guy. You're
I'm
a
sober.
good married guy. You love your wife. You love your family. It's like a package deal.
Yeah, but
I get like a whole family of friends.
I'm not a threat to you in any way.
I know, but guys have posed this way and been threats. So it's you. It's not just your situation.
Right. Okay.
But it is like, I am like, that's what I said to Todd today too. I was like, you see what you can do when you just love your wife? If you just choose to love your wife and your family, you can be friends with everyone. You can develop different, it's like such a more dynamic, fun world.
Yeah. Well, you're stepping into that world right now.
I love it.
When are you guys going to tie the knot?
I don't know. I just don't have like wedding fever. It's like the opposite.
Yeah, but it's so much fun.
I don't feel the fun.
Oh, then don't do it.
I feel there are large families.
Yeah.
There's drinking.
Yeah.
Not that that's really it, because it's like whatever. Who cares? That ended up being funny, but it's just my people pleasing is triggered hard during a wedding. I had people come up to me that I'm barely friends with that are like, I better be invited to your wedding. I'm like, I barely know you. It's if you think that, I don't like the idea of like leaving people out or inviting people that I don't want there. I think I had an epiphany the other day where I was like, oh, just if you make this about you and you're like, what do you want your day to be? That's fine. But I guess I just don't feel, I just get a day every night. So I don't have this like desire. I know it's different because it's our union and everything, but I don't know.
No, I lost my wedding. We had like 200 people, and because we are in a very social line of work. So not to mention, I also have 27 first cousins.
Right.
And so I couldn't invite them all because there's 2 of them I wouldn't know in a lineup.
Yeah.
Like they're way older than me. They weren't part of my life.
I know.
So my mother's like, you have to invite all the cousins. I was like, I can't because they're married. They have kids. So 27 of them have spouses and kids. So there, that's like 60 or 70, 80 people.
And then you're looking at a venue change. You're like, okay, we have to get a bigger venue.
So I said, I can't invite these 2. And she goes, you have to. And then I said, I'm not. And then she called me back. She goes, your aunt is really upset about her 2 boys not being invited. So I didn't invite them. I held the line. So we go to the wedding.
This would have been a fun John Wick if your aunt comes and just shoots up the whole thing.
We go to the wedding, and then we go to the reception, and the 2 cousins are standing in front of the reception venue with their wives and kids.
I'm unable to accept it.
Yep.
I'm unable to accept it. I can't allow this to be the truth.
They weren't nice to us.
No, they're mad. They want to ruin your day.
You know why they all wanted to go? Because my wife used to be Julia Roberts' assistant when we got married, and they all thought Julie was going to be there.
You call her Julie?
Julia. Oh. No, I had saliva in the back of my throat.
Thinking about her? Me too. I would have been standing out there. I would have had a little thing to go like that to her.
What is that?
From Pretty Woman. He holds a thing and she goes to and she's.
Is this your own little thing?
You are nobody. You are nothing.
None of my.
You were around Julie Roberts and you never. You dare call her Julie and you don't even know that scene?
I wasn't a fan of her. She was my wife's boss.
Who's not a fan of her?
No, I love her.
Who's not a fan of her?
I'm not a
she
fan
must have
where
been
I know
a tough
what this
boss
is.
then. She must have been a tough boss.
She wasn't a tough boss. She was a
I'm
lovely
teasing
boss.
I know that you've already told me that, but I'm teasing you now.
She was a lovely boss.
That's so scary.
And then she moved to our neighborhood. Like, Erin left her to move out here, and then she moved a block from us. And we used to hang out with her in the neighborhood. And so one day we're sitting in the living room talking to, Erin had 2 friends over. And then Julia just walked in. Like
she was there with her cousins, just standing there?
Yeah. And just walked in, and her friends, like, Erin never talked about that she worked for her. She just was like a non-disclosure thing, which I'm breaking right now. And she walked in, and the 2 friends were just like, why did Julia Roberts just walk into your house?
She's like, I'm not Julia Roberts. I'm just a girl standing in front of my old assistant and her family and friends. He doesn't know her. He doesn't know her videography. He doesn't know the joke I'm doing.
All right,
Notting Hill. But I will say also Jeanette McCurdy and oh my God, Miranda Cosgrove. Both of them were in iCarly. My nieces, that's like the perfect age. They freaked out about them. So those were the girls that when I FaceTime my nieces,
yeah,
they were shook.
Yeah.
They saw, it was so cute because they're
Right.
usually like pretty like, ah. They saw Miranda Cosgrove on FaceTime like, it was so cute.
That's fun
they
to
were
do
so
with your family.
starstruck. Yeah.
Who was your celebrity crush growing up?
I liked Liev Schreiber.
No.
I always had a crush on Liev Schreiber.
I see that.
Yeah.
Are you Jewish?
Like quarter Jew. I grew up in a really Jewish area. In fact, I was talking to my dad about this, and he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I guess it's 2.2% of the population is Jewish, or something, or
Feels like
0.02."
more.
I know, but I was gonna say in our neighborhood, I guess I was seeing the world through rosé or Manischewitz colored glasses.
Yeah.
That was a joke that only landed on my dad, and I never got to say it any other time. But yeah, no, we were in a really Jewy neighborhood, so I was surrounded by
Liev
Jews.
Schreiber. Yeah, that guy is the real deal.
But then someone told me he's like not good. Like he's like really
Not a nice
like
person?
well, just like annoying. Like no, what did they say? They just said he wasn't like. He just was like very serious and not.
I think most great actors are not easy to be around because they occupy roles and often they're kind of a vessel. And to be around
I wanted to
them,
be a vessel. I was like, I'll be your vessel.
yeah.
Fill me up, filleth me over. But yeah, I always like big noses. I don't know. I like prominent noses. Todd has a big nose, but it's like kind of like an Asian, like sideways cute.
It's a big nose for an Asian man.
It's such a cute.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
You missed him when he was away.
Not so much. I had a great time when
He was gone for like 6 weeks.
I had my
wasn't he?
cluster headaches, and I got cluster headaches, and then I met all these spiritual people kind of through Paul. It was like a weird thing, and every crazy debilitating headache I got, I could call one of these people and they would talk me through it, and I was figuring out things my body needed me to like release, and I was like quantum leaping every time I got it. It was Todd came up to like a new person.
Wow.
It was so, and I needed him to be gone because I needed to not have him to lean on during the cluster headaches. It's so debilitating, but I had to survive. I had to do it on my own, and it was perfect timing. And yeah, I just grew. So it's not like obviously I love him, but it was like, and me and Randy got really squishy and close. And
Your
it
dog.
was just, we're just so obsessed with each other.
Well, I'm a little hurt that during your cluster headache saga, I was not one of the people that you reached out to.
Well, why don't you take a spiritual class or two? Offer me a little fucking enlightenment for once. No, it was great. No, I see this guy Tommy. He's like smokes cigarettes, and he's from Jersey, and he's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe God's telling you need to do this, but what do I know? He's like the best.
What do I know? He didn't see me. I didn't see him.
He's so awesome. And then Natasha, Paul's friend, who's just like this weird alien angel witch.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell she is, but but I kind of dipped on her, and she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's too intense.
Do you think that some people worship Jesus because he's so hot? Like, do you think some women, do you think they portray Jesus as just a live kind of like, he's like, who's that actor?
Jared Leto?
Yes. That's so funny that you guessed that. Like, they made him look like Jared Leto. Do you think that if God looked like Jeff Garlin, that less people would believe?
I think my God knows how to handle his calories. I think he's
Yeah.
counting his macros.
Right.
Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can we leave it at that?
Well, he trained in a robe, but then when it was showtime, when it was time for the cross, they went crop top. They showed the abs.
Was it crop or was it just? It was just
Torn.
loin.
It was
loin
just
cloth.
loin.
Yeah, he was topless.
Yeah. I mean, way to bury the lead, Jesus. If we'd known all those years, maybe they wouldn't have killed you.
Well, also, let's see what you're packing.
Yeah.
Drop it.
Yeah.
What's holding it up? They put nails there too? What the hell's that? What if they nailed his penis to the cross?
Well, somebody had a joke about like
That's why penises
it's
have
like,
a hole.
what did they only have like 3 nails, like one for each hand, and then can you just put your feet together? I wish I could give credit to whose joke that was. It was mine.
Oh, let's just steal jokes like the children are doing.
But like the Virgin Mary was smoking hot, like surprising that she remained a virgin in that part of the world.
My
in
Tommy,
that day.
my smoking shaman,
Yeah.
he said that Mary Magdalene and Jesus are the yin and yang of the masculine and feminine in each person.
Interesting. Huh.
But what does he know?
What does he know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. I love him. I met him for the first time in person yesterday.
Wow.
It was great. It was weird to look at him. I was like,
do you think you ghost him at some point?
oh, I flaked. He called me out on it in a good way.
Yeah.
Working on the flakiness.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah. I think so, but not like...
I think so. That's not going to go well when you get to the pearly gates.
I don't believe in that.
No.
I think that God, I believe in source God.
What do you think happens when you die?
I think you like are energy that exists, and I think that you get another opportunity to come down, but maybe not right away.
Do you think you come down in the same human form?
Mm-mm.
Animal?
I think you come down as people that have heard, like not like if you, so in this, like I've been probably a sexual predator in another life. I think we've been everyone, different types of people.
Wow. You started to say, and I thought it's an interesting idea, is you come back as the people that wronged you, because then they have a choice to make when they come back of whether or not you can come back as them and you could create more negativity, or you could change that person.
Yeah. I believe that. Well, I think like it's also just like you want to come down to earth, and that you want this experience, you want to be incarnated, so you're like, sometimes your karma is you get to have like a good life. Yeah. And sometimes your karma is you suck, right? And so I was like really holding on to this predator from my high school, you know, forever. Like he had white guy with dreads. I was like dragging him by his dreads into every day. I was like, fucking come with me for years, motherfucker. Like I was just taking him with me. Yeah. And just keeping connected, just so wounded, such a victim of it. And then through like working with different people, I kind of like, what has landed on me that wouldn't have landed at a different time, but what I'm ready for, because I want to release these things and I want to move forward, is that I actually owe him in a way an apology, because I asked for him to be incarnated on this earth to teach me these lessons, and I made him suck. I made him be a child predator. Wow. So Jesus, that's so heavy. I actually, it's like, it has to be like, well, I actually apologize to you for making you that, so that I could learn these lessons. And then having that sort of like overall just acceptance, and then accepting just complete responsibility. And not in a like, it's my fault, I'm this or that, like not in a victim way, but just in a like, oh, every time you're met with someone that bothers you, annoys you, feels toxic or whatever, oh, I actually called them in so I could overcome something. I like that. That's good. It just gives me a lot of peace. And it would have pissed me off in my moments where I needed to be a victim, where like that was serving me. But at this point, with the headaches, like I just was like, I can't, like it hurts so bad. I have to surrender to whatever I need to surrender, because I can't be in pain like this anymore.
Do you think the cluster headaches are psychosomatic, or do you think that they're physical?
I mean, it's hard because it's like zapping me. It's like so painful. It's so fucked up. And it's hard to say, because I don't want to, because I've had like working situations where I've worked with people who have said my cluster headaches are fake, and where you're just like, what? Like, I don't even, so it's like, I don't want to say like they're psychosomatic, because it wasn't like a thing I created to get out of something or to be irresponsible. But I think it was my body. Like, I think it was so much tension built up in my body, so much anger, so much like fear, that my body was like zapping me. Because it's like trigeminal neuralgia, where it's your trigeminal nerve is like, it's like a whole pain map through it was so cool. I went to this acupuncturist that Natasha introduced me to. So much of this comes back to Paul, and comes back to you for introducing me to Paul. But so this acupuncturist, when I went in, he was like, don't ever get your tooth removed. And I was like, how do you know it goes into my gums? He's like, oh, I know what you're, and I'm like, because no doctors like understand it. Yeah. So for him to just know like the pain map and the nerves that it hits, I was like, oh my God. And then I asked him, I go, well, why do I get this? He goes, you don't love yourself. He's like, people that don't love themselves get it. And I was like, oh. Wow. And then he poked at me later, and he He's like, you look strong, but you're not. You're weak. And I was like, all right, chill in the shadow work.
Jesus.
My friend, my fucking head hurts.
I think I'd rather be like weak.
Well, good.
Than somebody who has no sense that they're not all powerful and wonderful. Like I think about the podcasting world, and there's certain people you just go like, Jesus Christ, where does your ego fucking end?
Right.
You know, like I like to think of myself as a podcaster that kind of like I'm vulnerable and I share things that I'm like we talk about imposter syndrome and all that stuff. Because some of these people that are just, and it's not just men, there's some female and it's just like, let the fucking guard down a little bit. Stop.
Also, I think we're here. I really do think we're here to serve each other, and we're here, like, you know, the Ram Dass quote where it's like we're all just walking each other home.
Right.
I mean, that makes me like almost want to cry, but it's like it is like we're just all going home, and it's like help each other there when you can. You know, I mean, have your boundaries.
Speaking of going
and stuff.
home, like, have you ever tried to cut off a Waymo or like step in front of it?
I almost got sideswiped by Waymo, and in my head I went, do I make so much money off that?
Oh.
How much? On the way here I went, oh my God, how much money do I get from that? Or are they like, actually Waymos are perfect, and they try to blame me for it?
Right.
And
like, they also are videotaping you, so they would know
if I'm like you see me, my foot's up. I'm like,
exactly.
I'm like blowing bubbles, smoking a joint.
I honked at one the other day.
Oh, isn't that fun?
Yeah, I didn't mean. I like kind of wasn't registering it was a Waymo, but the light turned and I just fucking honked, and I was like, oh, it's not a person.
Well, isn't it funny when you pop off on like because I'll get so mad at the automated systems.
Yeah.
And then, but isn't that a good lesson for life? Because it really hasn't. It could just be a robot you're getting mad at.
I know.
It's just yourself. You're just getting mad at yourself. It's just bouncing back at you.
Yeah.
I popped off. I got in a fight with Donnell Rollins at the Comedy Store the other day.
Oh, I heard.
Oh, it felt so good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's my friend, and he started it, and I was like tired, and I was like, I'm a Philly bitch, and I don't have my tools. I'm sleepy, and let's fucking go. We're gonna stay friends. We're not gonna not be friends. Who gives a fucking shit, you know? So he wanted to switch spots with me. The show was running late. He wanted to switch spots with me so he could get to another spot. I had a big audition in the morning, and I had been there for an hour and a half doing another show. I was fucking exhausted. And he wanted to switch spots with me, and I was like, no, I can't, sorry. And he was like, you're corny. And he was like saying, he was like started to like step to me, and I was like, oh, really, bitch? Like, it was just like, I don't know what he thought I was gonna do, but I was like so mad. He ended up getting the spot because I was too rageful to do the spot.
It's just the irony of a black guy wanting to be early.
No, and complaining about it being late. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is this a problem for you now?
Yeah.
But so he's like, and I'm like not even paying attention. I'm just dealing with the fact that he's mad it's late and putting it on me. And I'm like, this is fucking unfair. Whatever childhood wound it's hitting. And I'm like, and he at one point he's like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? I was like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? And he was like, say it. He's always trying to get me to say the N-word. He's like, say it.
And
no
I was
way.
Like,
I was like, I would never give you the satisfaction. I was like, we were just like fighting. We're like kind of joking, but like fucking screaming at each other.
Yeah.
And then one of the managers comes out from the Comedy Store. They're like, what's going on? Are you okay? And I go, Donnell's taking it out on me that the show's running late. And while I have you, why the fuck are the shows starting late? Like I was just like bing, 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 bing. Right. And I also think that I have the privilege of knowing that I have a good relationship with the Comedy Store and that they will love me through my pop off. So, you know, I was putting on the theatrics a little bit, but it felt, I was like, it was fun, you know? And then as the Lord humbles you, I'm driving out, my key for the Tesla's like a card, and they put it in my like windshield, so it would like went into my car. So I had to like stop and try to get it. I couldn't get it out. So then I had to walk back to the scene I had just left. Like, fuck you, bitches, you know? I had to walk back and be like, get my key out, you know? Please, sorry, here's $20. And so then and Donna's like, look, who's back? And I was like, shut the fuck up, right?
Oh, it continued.
Yeah, because then he was starting to talk shit again because I was like, oh, she had to come back. And I was like, but it was funny. Like the whole time it is funny. Then I get in my car. I look at the clock. It was 10 minutes late, the show.
Yeah.
It was barely late.
You're right.
So then I have to call up the Patrick of the comedy. I have to call the people and be like, guys, I'm sorry. It wasn't that late. I mean, 10 minutes could be just a few people ran the light a little bit.
Yeah.
That's like nothing.
That's Marion and Whitney.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe a Letterman too. But
all right, one more question.
But anyway, Donnell, I was on the phone with him and we were laughing about it like moments later.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he was like, I was like, shit, is she not going to talk to me for another 2 years? I was like, no, you didn't talk to me for 2 years. I would never. I'm always your friend.
Have you ever won any awards? Any trophies, plaques?
I won most improved swimmer when I was like 8. And I had the
So
best.
you sucked when you were 7.
Well,
You drowned when you were 7.
Well,
so
I was a perfectionist.
Yeah.
So I would beat myself up.
uh-huh.
And then I got this coach, Joe Jackson. This is really an emotional. I'm going to cry again. Who was this like, he always had a, I guess it doesn't matter that he was black, but I just want you to paint, I want to paint
Was it
the
Michael
image.
Jackson's father?
Yes, it was Michael Jackson's father. He made me come butthole first to every practice. No, but I want to paint the picture of this man because so he would wear like a wife beater and then he had suspenders and he always had like a dum dum lollipop and he had like a hat like yours.
Yeah.
And
Dum
he
Dum
coached
hat.
me a dum dum. You actually look like a dum dum. But
Also, the irony of a black guy teaching someone how to swim.
I know. I never really got. I was like, I don't understand the
Yeah.
stereotype. But he, I taught him how to cook fried chicken, and we had a great relationship. No, but he was so good with me, and like he was the right amount of hard on me and soft with me, and it was just, I was very starved for that as a kid, and I really improved a lot. And then he ended up. He was, I remember my mom had to tell me, after that year I swam with him, he was driving with his daughter home from a restaurant and he had a heart attack while he was driving and she had to like take the wheel and stuff and he passed away. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. But he was it was like so cool. There were so many people that kind of like popped into my life and gave me these like really valuable like confidence boosts that I needed when I was a kid.
And then you got that trophy.
And I got my trophy.
And the most improved is kind of a loaded award. It really is a loaded award because it says that you used to suck.
Yeah, it does. But it felt like it resonated with me as a kid. Like I was like, oh, I liked it because it showed I liked progress. And I think I've carried that with me in my life. Like I do. And I think people like us that are raw and open, what else would you be looking for in life other than progress?
Keep growing.
Yeah.
Who would you give the most improved comedian plaque to?
I can show you who's gotten worse.
The least improved comedian?
But he might get mad and start talking shit on me.
No, because sometimes you see a comedian and they get older. Like, take Harlan Williams, who's a guy who has always been such a killer comedian. So original, so funny, so consistent. But then something happened like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, where he like hit overdrive. Like he got better when you didn't think he could. Who do you think is another example of that? You're so used to talking shit, you can't think of one positive
saying like
thing.
a nice thing about a comedian. I'm like, to you? You've called me to be like, let's address the elephant in the room, and you've just eviscerated people that weren't even on my radar.
Yeah, I love doing that.
It's so
I love
funny.
bringing somebody new into the mix.
I'm like, oh my God, I don't even think I've watched their set. I'm
Yeah.
like, do they suck? I just
Yeah.
assumed they didn't suck. Who's most improved? I had one for a second. I forgot.
Oh, you don't have to answer it. I'm sorry to make you say something positive. If you had to teach, what would you teach if you had no choice but to be a teacher? Teach anything.
Stand-up comedy.
I would never encourage anybody to do this. I feel like anybody that needs to be taught shouldn't be doing it.
Well, I think the whole thing is learning your own voice. I think was my approach. I wanted to be myself. I wanted to be myself. Yeah. I'm joking. I would never teach stand-up comedy in my life. But I always thought it was so counterintuitive to what I thought comedy was, which was like you expressing yourself, your voice, your point of view. And I just remember hearing early on, like, someone said that they're like, the best comics are the ones where you don't even need to hear, you could just hear the joke and you know it's them.
Yeah.
But let's see.
You could teach swimming.
No, I'm not great at swimming anymore. I got in a car accident when I was 12 and I broke my foot and I stopped swimming.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I was going to swim all the way through high school.
No, I was going to train for the Junior Olympics. I was starting the Spirit swim team that was at George School, I think, and it was
sponsored by Spirit cigarettes.
Oh my God, Spirit Airlines, which is more dangerous,
which is slower. That
which
race,
is a slower death. And I ended up just not pushing through. But I was gonna like they were doing like it was really cool. It was like they were doing like dry land and then you were swimming, and it was great. It was really cool. But drunk driver head on collision. But I'm
the trauma you've had in your life, Annie,
that I thought was normal.
Yeah. No, you've gone through a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
You had a father with an explosive temper. You were molested.
Yeah, I was.
You had a car crash.
Yeah, when I was 12. Then we went to Club Med.
Yeah.
With the money that we got, I had to lie to the judge and be like, I'm going to spend the money on books for college. And then we took the money and we went to Club Med. We took the family to Club Med. My mom was in the accident with me. She wasn't driving, but she was in it. So we took the settlement money. We went to a Club Med in Huatuco, Mexico. And there was like a teen group. So my parents like didn't pay attention to us, but we were never with the teen group. But my parents just like assumed we were like just wandering Club Med in Mexico by ourselves. And the archer instructor was this like 26-year-old guy. I was 13. And he did a weird sexual thing to me where he was like going to walk me back to my place, and then he walked me to his apartment, and he put on Journey. He ran Journey for me for a while. He put on Journey, and then he wouldn't let me leave until I made out with him. I was 13.
No.
So guess what your girl did? I would go down to the archery classes and I go, he's a pedophile. I go, that guy's a child molester.
No way.
Yep. And I just humiliated him. I told his boss, and he got fired. While I was there, he got fired. And my parents never knew any of it happened. I had a whole
I love that
thing. Yeah.
I went, me and my brother and sister, no, just me and my brother. We used to have a house down in Florida, and there was like a Club Med that was nearby, and we used to sneak in because they had a pool table.
Yeah.
Me and my brother were like maybe 13 and 12, and we used to ride our bikes there at night, and we'd shoot pool in the bar. They'd let us in. So this guy was like playing pool with us. He was like a middle-aged guy, and he had a few drinks, and then he left, and then we left, and there was a note taped to our bicycle that said, I'm in room 313 if you guys want to party. And we just left.
should be calling it Club Ped, because this is 2 for 2.
There you go.
Wow.
All right, final question. When's the last time you like sincerely apologized to somebody? Not including what you'll probably say to me after the show about you flaking on me.
I don't feel bad about that.
I know.
I take you for granted. I've done a lot of Ho'oponopono. You know what I'm talking about?
Pornography?
You know the like Native American?
No.
It's let me get the prayer up.
You did a Native American prayer?
Yeah, I apologize for culturally appropriating their prayer. It's you say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. So I have like these grudges in my head, right? I have had in the past. Just sort of these, I've always had like an opponent.
Right.
Right? At every avenue of my life, there's someone I'm like fighting. And I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. So I've been doing that like to myself, to them. So I've been doing a lot of energetic
so you
apologies.
haven't expressed it to anybody?
Well, I'm really working on boundaries, and there's people that must leave my life. And I can't, it's not about them. It's about sending it to them through myself and cutting that cord with them. Rather than if I were to reach out to them and apologize. Oh, I actually have a good one.
Okay.
A good apology too. It's so embarrassing. So I did a show that was 6 episodes. We did 6 episodes in one day. And there was a actress on it.
Oh, you told me this last night. I love this.
And I don't want to say the names because I don't want to put any more energy into the most humiliating thing I've ever done. And I don't want to take flowers away from these women. So it was a woman, and I am a fan of hers. I've seen her work. And they said her name and everything. And I went up to her and I go, I think I met you at the Comedy Store. And she goes, no. And I go, no, yeah, you came in. And she goes, no, that was this other woman. And I went, fuck. Fuck. Here I am. I'm trying to connect with this woman. I want to honor her career. She's older than me, and I wanted to be like, you not mean a lot to me, because that's maybe not true, but you're prolific.
Can you add a detail to this story? that might illuminate this to people?
Well, I'll just say this. The black producer came up to me afterwards and said, "Oh, we all look alike." And I said, "Well, these specific women tend to look a little bit alike." I go, am I crazy? Did they not look alike?
Yeah.
It was so embarrassing. And it was just so like the opposite of the feeling I was trying to give this woman.
Right.
And so I just went, fuck. She
No,
said
but the
it.
truth is, and I said this to you last night, this was not about you. This was about her. She's been confused with this other person throughout her career.
Right.
And when you're somebody that looks, when you have a doppelganger in show business, it brings you both down. Like Ryan Reynolds and Ryan, what's his name?
Seacrest?
No. Who's the other Ryan?
Ryan Reynolds is doing fine.
Gosling.
You think it brought them down? The two
having
most famous
the same
people?
name has worked against the two of them.
They're doing just
They're
fine.
not doing as well as they could be.
There's no one that could be doing better than them.
All right, bad example.
It's crazy.
What about?
It's like Jesus and Jared Leto.
What about Dennis Quaid and
Randy?
No,
Which I
not
named my son
Randy.
after. I named my dog after Randy Quaid.
Did you?
Randy Jackson Quaid. I should have put Savage in there too.
Didn't Randy spin out and end up in Canada
Yes.
drunk? Yeah.
Yes, he wouldn't pay his nanny. Oh, he's the best.
Yeah.
He's a
great.
nut.
He's the best.
He's the craziest guy. And I have a Dennis Quaid story. Do you want to hear it?
Please.
So I'm hanging out in New York. I was living in LA, but I was doing Girl Code, shooting the show Girl Code for MTV in New York. And I was staying like somewhere around Times Square. And I run into this guy. His name is James Mattern, but he used to go by Mad Dog Mattern. You ever, someone drops their nickname and you go, there was an option to call you James?
Yeah.
You made me call you Mad Dog for the song. But anyway, very funny guy. But he talks like he's very crowd worky and he like says crazy things all the time, right? So we do a show at Gotham and he's like, let's go meet Anthony DeVito. He's up in Times Square with Train. I don't know what he's talking about, with train, on train, whatever. I'm like, yes, we'll take the train to go see Anthony DeVito, whatever. So we go and we go into the lobby of this hotel and Anthony DeVito's hanging out with the band Train.
Yeah.
And you don't even know what they look like till you see them. And you're like, is that Train?
Yeah.
And so we're like hanging out with them and I'm having like a good hang with them. You know, the lead singer's doing the thing that a lot of people do where they're like, if I wasn't going to be a musician, I would have been a comedian. What you guys do is so brave.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah. And he's nice. He's fine. He's drinking a little. And I'm the only girl at the table. We're all hanging out. It's good. I'm shooting this thing in the morning. I'm feeling like, you know, I'm somebody.
Yeah.
We're all hanging out. Fun. Dennis Quaid stumbles over wasted.
Nice.
Okay. I guess they had seen each other in the elevator.
Wait, Randy or Dennis?
Dennis.
Oh, yeah.
So they'd seen each other in the elevator, and when famous people see each other, they're kind of like, you know, so they clocked each other, and then so Dennis Quaid comes over, and they're talking about, they go, you jam, right? And he's like, yeah. And they're like talking about private jets. Like, it was just so fun to be there. And I was like, oh, and be included in this. And he was like, yeah. And they're like, do you have any of your, he's like, yeah, I have my guitar with me. They're like, bring your guitar up to our room. So we go up to Train's room with Dennis Quaid. It's Anthony DeVito, Anthony P. DeVito, Mad Dog, and was there it was just and me, and then Train and Dennis Quaid.
Nice.
And we go up, and at that point had not really listened to that much music. They start playing songs all the songs are songs that like my dad played. Like I knew every word to every. It was just such a beautiful, fun night. And we're singing these things. At one point, Dennis Quaid is shirtless on his guitar playing Gin and Juice acoustic. It's so good. It's so fun. And I have to go because I'm shooting in the morning. So I'm like, all right, guys, I got to go. What a perfect night. So awesome. Thank you guys so much. I hugged Dennis Quaid goodbye. I say goodbye to everyone. And my hand's on the doorknob. I'm about to leave. The lead singer of Train, he goes, wait, you're not going to fuck our roadie? And I threw my purse down and I go, Train, I was just about to leave the perfect fucking night and you had to go fucking do that.
Yeah.
And then I left. And then I was at Bumbershoot, the festival doing comedy.
In Seattle.
Maybe 2 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a comics area to eat, and then they had the bands area. And the bands area was way nicer than ours. But it was like pouring rain. I had my computer with me. We couldn't find the comedy one. So we were like, go to the security guard. Can you just let us into this? We're performing. We have our bands and everything. So they like radio over, and they're like, yeah, you guys can come up. So we come up. I look across the room, and I go, well, Train, we meet again.
Oh.
And he's like, oh. He's like, I'm sorry. And then he like texted my friend Anthony and was like, tell her I'm so sorry. So Train and I, we no longer have beef, but we had beef for a while.
And did you end up fucking the roadie at Bumbershoot?
Well, I'd already banged him.
There you go. Annie Lederman, I want to give out some tour dates coming up. You're going to be busy at the beginning of the year especially, but coming up this month on November 4th, you'll be in Pasadena at the Ice House.
We're doing a dating show, me and Jiaoying Summers.
Skank Fest, I'll be with you.
Yay!
In
so fun.
New Orleans in November. November 18th, you'll be at the store doing your
Annie Wood and Friends.
show.
You should come do it.
I would love to.
Yeah.
That sounds great. I'll be away November 20th to the 22nd. You'll be in Houston.
Yes.
December 26th and 27th, Pottstown, PA.
That's
Soul
right, baby.
Joel's. Love that place.
I'm going to Soul Joel's, and it's, you know, I'm from Philly, so it's cute. I'll be near the fam.
It's very cute. I love the people that run that place. January 9th and 10th in Austin, Columbus, Ohio.
They say they got a lot of soul.
Columbus, Ohio, Bloomington, Indiana, Fort Worth, Dallas, Tampa, Edmonton. Go to Annie Lederman, LEDERMAN.com. Get some tickets. Come out. See, really, just a killer show. Everyone is different. Everyone is hilarious.
I will say I'm in a groove right now where these are the best shows of my life. They're so fun. I feel very connected. It feels like such a vibe. It's really, I'm very grateful for everyone that comes out, and it's so fun. So please come party.
And also, the Annie Wood podcast comes out every week. Check that out on all the streaming services. Annie, what a pleasure.
Thank you for reading my credit or my dates for me.
Course.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you. Love you
I
too.
never talked to him again. This is the last time I ever talked to him.
Probably. Then you'll have to apologize.